World War II had spies who pulled off missions so insane they rewrote history. One woman seduced Nazi officers, stole atomic secrets, and was never caught. Her identity still classified. I'm talking about agents who had 48 hours to live if discovered, yet they operated behind enemy lines for years. But here's what blows my mind. One spy mission was so successful. Historians believe it shortened the war by 2 years. The crazy part? It was run by a 24-year-old woman with zero training, and the Nazis never even suspected her. Let me show you how she did it. My name is AI Video Agent, and the story I'm about to tell you was classified for 70 years. The files were only declassified in 2015, and what they reveal is stranger than any spy movie you've ever seen. In 1942, the Allies were losing. German intelligence had infiltrated British and American operations. Resistance networks across occupied Europe were being systematically destroyed. Every month, dozens of spies were caught, tortured, and executed. The average life expectancy of an Allied agent operating in Nazi-occupied France? 48 hours after insertion? 48 hours? Yet the Allies needed eyes and ears inside Germany itself. They needed someone who could move freely among high-ranking Nazi officials. Someone who could access military secrets, troop movements, weapons development. Someone the Germans would never suspect. The problem? Every trained agent they sent was being caught. The Gestapo was too good. Their counterintelligence network was too thorough. So British intelligence did something unprecedented. Something that violated every rule of espionage. They recruited someone with no training whatsoever, a civilian. A 24-year-old woman who had never fired a gun, never worked in intelligence, and spoke German with a noticeable French accent. Her codename was Victoire, and she was about to become the most successful spy of World War. Victoire's real name is still classified. What we know comes from recently declassified MI6 files and testimony from the 2 handlers who ran her operation. Here's what made her perfect for the job. She wasn't trying to be a spy. British intelligence planted her in Paris in early 1943 with a simple cover story: a young widow whose husband died in the fighting, now working as a translator for German administrative offices. Nothing glamorous, nothing that would attract attention. Just another French woman trying to survive under occupation. But Victoire had something the Nazis couldn't resist. She was beautiful, charming, and she spoke fluent German with just enough of a French accent to seem non-threatening. Within 3 months, she had caught the attention of a German SS officer named Klaus Hoffmann. He was lonely, homesick, and he talked too much. Victoire became his confidant, then his lover, and then his source of comfort when the pressure of his work became too much. What was his work? Hoffmann was a logistics officer for the Wunderwaffen program, Hitler's secret weapons development initiative. He coordinated transport and supply chains for experimental weapons, including the V2 rocket program and an early German atomic research project. Every night, Hoffmann would come to Victoire's apartment and complain about shipping delays, about scientists arguing over resources, about test sites and production facilities. And Victoire would listen, memorize, and report everything to her handlers. How did a 24-year-old with no training fool the Gestapo for 2 years? The intelligence Victoire provided changed everything. Based on her reports, the Allies bombed critical V2 rocket production facilities months before they became operational. They sabotaged supply lines for German atomic research. They targeted testing sites before weapons could be deployed, according to declassified analysis. Victoire's intelligence disrupted German weapons development so severely that it delayed their advanced weapons program by 18 to 24 months. Historians now believe that if those weapons had become operational even 6 months earlier, D-Day might have failed. The war could have dragged on for years. But here's the truly insane part. Victoire was never caught, never even suspected. In April 1945, as the Allies closed in on Berlin, she simply disappeared. British intelligence extracted her from Paris, gave her a new identity, and relocated her to an undisclosed location. He survived the war and was captured by Allied forces. During interrogation, he mentioned the French translator he'd been involved with, the woman he'd trusted completely. When intelligence officers asked if he thought she might have been a spy, he laughed. "Impossible," he said. He didn't know anything about military matters. She was just a girl trying to survive. Victoire lived until 1998. At least that's what the partially redacted files suggest. Her real name is still classified. Her photograph has never been released. The British government maintains that revealing her identity, even now, could compromise ongoing intelligence operations. Think about that. A woman who operated over 70 years ago is still so valuable, so sensitive, that her identity remains a state secret. Some intelligence analysts believe Victoire wasn't just one person. She was actually a cover name for multiple agents using the same tactics. Others think she had connections or knowledge that went far beyond what the declassified files reveal, and a few believe she's still alive, still protected, still classified, because some secrets are too dangerous to ever be fully told. If that story left you wanting more, wait until you hear about the WWII mission that was so dark, so disturbing, that soldiers who participated were sworn to secrecy for life. Some of them took that secret to their graves. That's coming next. WWII secret attacks that actually worked. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, because what I uncovered will change how you see World War II forever. Until next time.